goes into the showcase thing. You can talk about all the strategies you want.
It looked like you were.
Ridiculous. This guy.
I'm glad you're here with me, Jenkins. I'm glad I have another caster who understands.
Not that guy.
We love you, Purge. We're just kidding around. Well, maybe not Jenkins, but here we go into the game.
I do love him. I would never tell him that, though, face to face.
It's okay. He's not watching. We're safe.
Yeah, that's true. He does watch on mute. Getting into the game, I do actually really like the 5-rat 4-staff draft. I think if this was not TSM versus them, you know, second place major team versus them, I'd say, like, I think they're slated to win with this draft. They got a really late pick Puck, which is not something you see on this patch at all. There's not much to deal with the CK, especially if Ember gets killed in the fight. There's like nothing to AoE down the CK illusion. So yeah, Timber has like a decently free game. I mean, Luna farms versus it, but Luna doesn't like destroy a Timber by any means. So I actually really like 5-rat's draft.
Good to be this good.
I don't think they're going to win because they're against a second place major team.
I mean, that's.
I think we'll have a pretty close game, or at least early game.
I mean, that's the cool thing, right? Is that you see the draft coming out, it looks like they have a good understanding of what they want to do. It just comes down to execution, and that is where it's going to be extremely difficult for the side of 5-rat 4-staff because of the fact that, you know, these guys are really, really good. Although Moon Meander is going to draw a little bit of attention, and they're going to lead a bit of a chase. It's feeling like this might be a first blood here if Speed can get over there a little bit fast. Cogs coming into place, the frostbite. Albino Zebra is going to have a great start to the game. The observers are missing. I believe it is Weapons and PTP, from what I understand. We got you guys.
They're invisible. That's an artistic statement. They feel like they're invisible and need more recognition.
Yeah, we need some observer cams too.
Yeah, so we're going to recognize them by being pretty sure that that's who's observing.
Well, we know it's Weapons. We know Weapons is definitely there. I'm pretty sure it's PTP as well.
Yeah.
But I also was enjoying the instructions from Moon Meander on how to set up your webcam if you were an NA player. If you haven't seen that tweet.
Saberlight definitely followed those instructions during the draft.
It's like he was looking into my soul. I was feeling a little uncomfortable with how just direct it was.
That guy kills me, man. He's so funny. He's honestly so funny.
He is quite the character.
I was cackling when he was doing that.
But let's take a look at these lanes over here. So we've got kind of interesting the way that this is set up, right? You've got the Luna here over on the side of TSM. And then, of course, Dubu's going to be playing the Pugna, does this quite a bit, becomes that little battery later on into the game when he's got the life drain, trying to keep people alive. And also will, you know, the ward is just very, very nice against anyone that's going to be casting a lot of spells.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing where Puck doesn't feel that good playing into the Nether Ward damage, but it's not like there's any lockdown. It's just that Nether Ward, which, like I said, can be annoying. But yeah, Pugna has seen a pretty swift drop off after the nerfs. This is one of the few heroes. Like, it feels like a lot of the same heroes are pretty popular. But it's like Pugna and Storm that have really taken a tumble. And so it's interesting to see TSM, like, they still think that it's good, even without a hero to really battery into. Usually there's like a Leshrac or a Storm. Maybe their take on it is like, the HP regen is still really good on something like a Luna. Like, maybe it's nerfed on these int heroes, but not so much in terms of battering a carry. Albino Zebra has so much net worth down here from that first blood.
Radiant's middle tower.
Tons of mangoes to work with.
Does feel pretty good, especially when you're always concerned, you know, if you get those clarities in a Crystal Main, you have to be so careful about the way that you're positioned. You have to make sure that, you know, no one cancels it out. But this is looking pretty good here now for DNM. So clean up against Moon Meander and put a little more pressure here over onto Saberlight.
I mean, this is tough for Saberlight to not have the clockwork strong in this lane, because I feel like Visage can be ran down by a CK plus CM. Like, the way you beat Visage in lane, in a side lane, is you just kill the guy. Like, you kill him a bunch of times before he gets his minions out, and he feels a lot more useless. So Moon having a bad game is real tough for Saberlight.
It is just the one death in lane at the very least.
But first blood as well.
That's true.
So
they have the first blood.
Like, DNM's feeling pretty good down here.
I mean, this is a kill lane with this much disable coming out from, like, the Frostbite, the slow, Reality Rift, and whatnot. So it looks like Moon this time around is going to survive. Turns background is looking to mess with his own cogs, I guess, there. But is that like a high five slap at the end?
Maybe like a Chris Rock type slap as well. Could be either.
Ooh, that's close for Giant. Not enough damage.
Yep. Anyway, Saberlight is rushing drums on this Visage. He started with the Robe of the Magi. Not a super common build you see.
Maybe just to help speed up the rest of his team into some of these fights. We did see this earlier, right? It was the Bat Rider. I believe Abed picked up the Boots of Bearing.
Yeah.
Speed. Maybe wasn't expecting that. Good rotation coming out from Dubu, making sure that they can go over to the Water Rune, and it nets him a kill.
Forget to do it in games because your lanes have so much action in them. When you don't have resources.
Oh, this is looking like a dead albino zebra. Yeah, they'll find this.
Yeah, Moon's got 10 one charges too, so he's okay. He's perfectly fine. You don't have enough gold to set up constant regen.
And speaking of the runes, the rotation for the 6 minute here. 3 heroes coming out for both of the teams. Nice conjure over onto 2. Speed should be able to survive this. Moon Meander, though, having to be a bit careful. Wolf kill on albino zebra. Heavenly Jump coming into play here from Giant. And Bryle will be able to snap up the regen, having his remnant down. Light through.
Yeah, that's the move that I was talking about earlier. Is I think when it's Puck versus Ember, it's just such a classic. Like, you almost want to rotate at the 2-minute rune too. You know, like.
Moon has to be careful here. He's got 10 stick charges over on the Zeus. The Heavenly Jump. Dubu's here. Lightning Bolt will secure the kill. Dubu hoping he can get maybe 1 or 2 more hits. Drops even the ward to make sure that he has that little bit of vision.
Even with the tower armor and regen. That's unfortunate.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Speed is
Bryle. Yeah, there's not much mana left over here on this Puck. The rotation is too late, though, as Giant. TP's in trying to help, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't just end up feeding himself. Heavenly Jump coming into play again. No, albino zebra. Ooh. All right. He's going to find Dubu, but the tables have turned back around as they'll get themselves a double kill now for Brian. He's got to feel very good about that.
Brian. Is that his name?
Bryle.
Oh. What's Bryle's real name?
Bryle.
No, or at least close to it. He's always very high up there. He hides his account too. He always clears his profile. So you never know this. Who's this top 10 guy? Oh, it's Bryle.
They'll find themselves a kill over in the tree line.
TP comes out too. Dude, also Tomato's vision, right? So Nick, he gets the vision. He's like, oh my god, what are the chances those ones are cut?
Dreamquest's gonna get used over on 2, and they've got the cogs. Get the Waning Rift off, but they're gonna need some more help here if they want to take down these 2, because again, you can just slide away, and he would like to get this on the Tumbler toy, getting them in that pit. Let's get themselves a courier kill. And it's looking like the cogs. Yeah. Go and push forward. There's so many people around this area as Bryle was open to go and get himself a latch here, but there's going to be the Frostbite coming in place. He takes past the chakra. He's going to have to zip past them, and both of my TSM are sitting so very low. It's a double kill now for Speed as Bryle somehow manages to survive. Little Nick feeling like he wants that kill. Go for the Lightning Bolt. They go and toss out with Tumbler's toy. The double damage. They're going to try to fight here. Nick, he needs some backup though, and he's not going to be able to get it in time. So Bryle gets himself a kill along with the double damage.
A little bit after, he just stands completely still in this, waiting for his mana to come back. Lets the Remnant go out. And Cog unfortunately gets them both killed, but I think they definitely go down.
Speaking of Cogs in game, having a fight break out in that mid lane. They lose DNM, and that looks like they're going to chase after Speed. Doesn't have any way to escape right now, but I don't think they have quite enough damage to finish him off before the illusory orb comes back into play.
Well, it looks like they're going to miss each other.
Oh, the hookshot though from Moon Meander. Follow-up is on its way. They've got the birds, they've got the nukes, they'll give it a sec as well. Dreamcoil does get used, and it looks like DNF's going to be able to survive now at the last second. It's going to get removed by Moon Meander. They've already lost Saberlight. Albino Zebra is going to get put down here, and now Speed rooted into place. So that's the illusory orb. Nick trying the best that he can to try to put out some of this damage, try to put the pressure. He's pretty fast, but he's got to be fast enough as he does have that heavenly jump. He's going to try to go hide underneath the tower, but Bryle doesn't seem like he really cares here, although Nick following up might be able to go and get himself a kill. They'll end up taking out Giant. Speed, though, hiding here over on the side. Moon Meander will fall to Nick, but eventually eventually speed will die to Brile as now, look at this. Lil Nick, we talked about this. He's really strong right now. Lot of teleports coming back out. Again, Dubu says, yeah, I know you don't have anything to cancel out this TP, so lineup is very much one of those pokes, right? You've got things like the Ember who wants to be dodging in and out. You've got this Clockwork, although Moon Meander does find DNM yet again. Go throughout the cogs, slide forward. Be able to go drop the ward on top, and in comes Olympus. We'll end up losing DNM, but they lose more than that. It's also now Moon Meander falls up behind the Zebra, also getting, and look at those chains. They're just going to hold them into place. They need to finish off speed, and they have the damage. So it looks like TSM takes a great fight after going for that smoke, and they're just going to heal up again. Are they going to go into the Roche pit? It feels like that's going to be the play.
Yeah, they got lifesteal. Yeah, it feels like TSM is just ignoring Nick entirely, and so it's an interesting approach to Timber, and I imagine that's a big reason why they picked Pugna, so that his damage is just like is a little bit mitigated, so they can ignore him and kill everybody else.
Radiant's middle tower.
Top lane, Albino Zebra a bit out of position here. Birds coming into play. I'll remove the Crystal Maiden, and now Nick, they've got a decent amount of damage here. They do go and apply the urn charge, but they gotta catch him first, and he's just so hard to get your hands on. A bit of life drain.
But if you're sitting there focusing a Wraith Pact in front of a Visage, he's just gonna kill you with the birds.
Oh boy, poor Albino Zebra.
Radiant's top tower is under
Melted. That's a really good,
Sure how those two stack together, but it's like, it's so close to 100%.
Oh boy, Brile finding himself giant, and he's gonna chase after him. Sitting a little bit low, but the slide is there, no problem. It's like, I just wanted to try to, like, ward.
Yeah, these...
We need to get this back, guys.
Oh man, they see him.
Uh-oh, DNM, the hook shot comes in, the cogs in play, and that's gonna be a dead Chaos Knight.
That was like right at the end of the TP too.
For the high ground push.
Radiant's
And Visage, level 12, or level 13, but has the level 12. Level 2 birds, I should say. Double in damage. These things do way too much damage to towers, and they have with the Luna Aura too.
Yeah. It's a nice strap. Good strategy.
Yeah, that is just
35.
not okay. Not even remotely.
Here you go. There's your next chat wheel line. That's not remotely okay.
It's not.
Again, just Dubu sitting back here, just topping off his heroes. Nice hook shot in. Again, it's Albino Zebra, so there's not going to be a Crystal Maiden available for this fight. Does have buyback. They want to pop it, but doesn't look like to be the case. TSM rips apart the buildings and makes their way over towards the mid lane.
Dire's middle tower is under
It's the clap every time.
I'm hearing the slap.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aegis does get reclaimed here, though. This could be an opening if they can go and burst down the Luna, but they have to cut through so much in order to get to Tomato.
And look how little damage the birds take from the Zeus lightning. You see this?
Oh my god, he's just gonna burn to death. Yeah.
Like he's nuking them, and it's doing nothing.
All right, they have one tower left over here on the side of 5-Rat Force Staff. I just don't know how you... Yeah, how do you force them out of the base?
I don't think you need to force them out of base. I think you just throw birds and a Luna on the tower and you laugh.
No. I'm saying, how does 5-Rat Force... All right, anyway, Lil Nick is taking so much damage. He is toast. No buyback over on the Timber. Good hook shot going into the front back lines. That's going to be able to just push DNM. He can't get away. He's getting body blocked by everything. That is a dead DNM, and they call the GG at 21 minutes. 5-Rat Force Staff has had enough.
That was like impressively uneventful. Like for TSM to destroy a game that bad, it felt like there weren't heroes on the enemy team, and they were just fighting against the towers. Other than Nick.
In my impression, and as a result, he ended up facing its BKBs in his extend field.
Alternate way to build it. We'll find out how Brile does it in game number 2 with Moxie and Jenkins.
All right, we got ourselves another Pudge game. This time it's still speed over in the mid. And how you feeling about this, Jenkins?
I'm feeling good. I don't really give a shit who wins or who's playing as long as there's a Pudge in the game. I'm happy about this. There's also an Arc Warden. It's a garbage hero, so we'll see if TSM can manage to throw this one by picking that.
Hey, we said that you looked at the stats on the Arc Warden.
I did.
And it was pretty decent, right?
It was with
out of 200 games.
My break-off point for like a significant amount of games is like 300.
300.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like. And 300 to 500, because when you're talking about the specialist heroes too, those always, like Meepo always has a high win rate, and then if it ever gets played a lot, the win rate is just atrocious, usually, right? Because it's just specialists playing Meepo, so I'm not a believer in the Arc Warden. With that being said, I didn't believe in it when it was people playing it with the previous build. From the sounds of things, this is an entirely new build, so it feels like an entirely new hero whenever you change a build like that on a hero.
Well, it'll be exciting to watch in any case, especially with it going mid up against the Pudge. We don't see that very often.
No. And I hate to say it, but one of my favorite matchups in the game as Pudge is Faceless Void.
Really?
It is very easy to kill him. You're all damage over time, right? And you can hook him once he jumps, and you can hook people out of Chrono. It's nice. I mean, you just don't care about time dilation either. You're just rotting.
Does make sense. Albino Zebra, though, is getting clicked down here.
It's slapped. Yeah.
There's another slap. The high five.
That's nice.
I like those sprays there. I believe one of them says like there's a ward here or something. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe thing I'm excited about for this game is we have an Undying off lane. That's also really weird. I mean, I think LGD was picking this for a while. It was into like these Sven and Strength cores, and it looked decent. I think the Aghanim Shard on Undying is insanely strong. You can solo Roche as soon as you pick up the Shard very easily. You just pop ult, hit Roche, and the zombies will kill it. So it's something that I thought would be abused a lot more when that got added.
In the bottom lane, more pressure being placed on Albino Zebra. He's hoping to get a kill on the courier, but not going to be able to. And that'll be the first blood for Moonmander.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about these like lane swaps that 5-Rat-4 staff did, which I think are good, like in theory, is that with TSM, instead of moving the cores around, they move the supports around, and it's a lot less of
all the creeps that he wants, which we're seeing right now, currently top of the CS.
Yeah, 5-Rat-4 staff, they would really prefer for their Monkey King to be down here trading with the Marcy rather than the Abba. Because I think Monkey, even with the tossback, I think if you get Jingu stacks, like Monkey's perfectly fine trading here, and then the Abba can take off the Fire Spirits, right? So
yeah. So is there a reason why they decided to still just stick with this? Although top lane, Dubu does have the Icarus dive, so he's absolutely fine.
The reason is because if you TP, then they just TP too, right? So if you don't start the lane dance at the start, you can't really restart it unless you make some sort of like kill rotation. But like, is Abaddon gonna go kill somebody in a lane? Like, what you'll do is you walk to a lane, get a kill, so you force it. So you force the TP out from that kill.
Although, all right, we're gonna see Moon teleport over here to the mid lane. Gonna jump forward, finds himself speed, a toss back expose, and that's a dead Pudge.
Yeah, I remember playing this hero and not really gonna make any rotations anytime soon.
It's not the easiest draft to execute in terms of, you do have to have the surefire hook or something to kind of set it up or something. In any case, top lane, lots of pressure being placed over on Giant. He is going to tick down though. Yeah, this is looking not great here for 5-Rat-4 staff.
3 minutes and my house won't burn down.
God, I feel like Tomato is always doing this. Like, he's a great multitasker. Uh-oh, Nick. This is looking like a very dead Tiny Nicholas. But it might be a dead Dupu as well, so we'll get a little bit of a trade, possibly. They'll keep him alive a little bit longer, but nah. Not too much that Saberlight can do other than that one little soul rip is over in the bottom area. Looks like they were going to try to go for the rune. A nice hit here from Moonmeander to get this member off over onto the Arc Warden. But they have no other lockdown aside from that, so let's just turn around and quick speed to death.
That was a nice hook interrupt there from Moonmeander, just standing in front. I don't think Brawl dies in that situation because he had strength swapped to the strength treads.
Uh-oh, Giant. The bird and the oh, okay, all right, Saberlight. He's overextended a bit too far.
This is the exact problem that LGD were having with Undying offlane. This is the exact problem. It's like you dumpster the lane, you get a bunch of decay stacks, then they all wear off and you're just dead.
Moonmeander, they'll find a kill, but they'll turn it back around. The Phonic shield, soaking some of this damage, but no, Tomato jump forward, and he'll ensure that they kill the Race King.
The case, but these items.
Top lane, they drop the Tombstone. They've got the Eye of the Storm. Dubu doing the best that he can to try and slow down some of these clicks, but the follow-up here from Giant will ensure that they collect the kill. Nick, though, he can't hit the Tombstone. They land the Fire Spirits, so it just becomes too difficult. So they do end up losing Nick for that. Mid lane, there it is again. Moon Meander's got to grab himself a punch and throw it back to Bryle.
Being alive for that that kill on Little Nick, you can tell he's just like, oh no, my core died. Oh, whoop. That's too bad. Oh, I'm level 6 at 8 minutes. Oh, that's too bad.
Moon Meander with his own rotation. Top does manage to take some of this damage away from Moon. Go and land the Boundless here.
Nick is dodging the Fire Spirit.
He is dodging it very well, and Moon Meander now is not looking too healthy. It's going to take a little bit more damage, but they'll find the kill now. Saberlight. Oh, they turn back around. They have got themselves not dying.
Again. 3 deaths. That was like 3 deaths in a minute and a half.
It was only 2.
No, he died to that was 3. I'm pretty sure that was 3. He just keeps.
Oh, it is 3. It is 3. No, you're right. You're right.
He's this. No, okay, actually, not even close. But Duba does have a higher level than him. He's gonna be 6 or he's gonna be.
Oh my God! Rinse and repeat over here in the mid lane. This time it's Tomato, and he uses the Chrono, so that way he can just hold Albino Zebra in place. Albino Zebra does not have that.
Oh my God! Those bashes! What the hell?
All
right, well.
Under attack.
He couldn't move his legs, but he did do it.
I feel like that can't be good for him as they use the Phoenix Egg here in the top lane. Little Nick is just going to teleport away. Albino Zebra, though, is going to get hit with the stun once the Supernova's over. And this poor guy is just so underleveled, it feels.
And Saberlight's dead again.
And Saberlight's most likely. No, he's still alive. He's still alive. Oh, but the hook back from speed. All right, all right. Now he's dead. Surely. Follow up now. Moon Meander punching. Gets the rebound. Finds himself Giant. There's going to be the Aggressive dive forward. The Dispose back. And he's going to keep beating away over here at DNM. But DNM's got the piggy pole. He's going to try to run away. Does opt to take the point in the reincarnation because he sits a little bit lower. Oh, nice here from Moon, but ends up dying for it. Speed. Is he going to end up dying for it? Yes, he is. Oh, the reincarnation. If Dubu turns around, nope, they still have enough charges here. So Dubu going to get chased around the trees. The teleport is coming out here from Saberlight, who goes to try to save him. Doesn't quite have enough, though. As you can see, the toggles coming out from DNM. He is on point. The smoke here is in play. They want this kill on DNM. They'll open up here with the Tombstone. Tomato's here. He does have a Chronosphere if he wants to use. He does opt to eventually use it, and this is going to be the reincarnation if he manages to finish him off. But he's got to do a little bit more damage, and he doesn't have it. Oh my goodness, they turn it right back around. DNM gets the kill from speed, finding Saberlight. This is looking very iffy for him, as all 5 heroes are down here. Egg does pop over here on the side. They didn't have the vision really on Dubu at the time, but they could chase after him so easily. The speed was thinking about trying to just get this hands over on this bird. Gonna try to juke here. The trees does not have the Akrista. Does have the Sunray though, so he's gonna just teleport away as Moon Meander is the only one left over. He does get disposed of once to finish off the Monkey King. Bryle is joining in though, and he's got some pretty decent damage as he takes down not one, not two, goes for the third. Does have the reincarnation. Little Nick here dancing around as Dubu chases after him. DNM though, he is not gonna be able to survive as Albino Zebra also taking so much damage. It's a double kill now for Bryle.
Just have to accept.
You don't want to. You're oftentimes going to be like top net worth, right? It's all about farming and not showing up to stuff.
Oh boy,
anyway.
Giant.
He's dead very slowly,
yes,
but he's dead.
Yep.
But the Arc Warden, as a mid, it's like if you die showing up to stuff, so what? It's not like this sit in your base with your real hero and then send the clone out, right?
Ping.
God, this son is so pathetic about a Pudge waddling away from people, afraid for his life.
It's a Flux slowing down Nick. He's got to get out of there, and there's going to be the hook though. Speed is teleported over here to this mid lane. The go, they'll drop the Wukong's command. They've got the bit of the bubble over here on Bryle. They're trying to protect himself, but they managed to make their way into the bubble. So that's going to be a dead Bryle. As the Tempest Double trying to fight back a little bit, they will end up losing it. They lose the Tombstone too. Now Saberlight, I'm not sure he really wants to stick around here for too long, but Tomato's here, and he's got one hell of a Chronosphere. The triple decay over on several. Nice bash over here on speed. They're trying to run away as fast as they can, but there it is. There's going to be that break here with the egg, the stun. Speed barely managing to survive over here on the side. As now Little Nick, all right, now, Tomato. They are on the back foot. It was looking so good for TSM, but it did not pan out the way they were hoping for.
Yeah, Speed doesn't really have any...
Uh-oh, Nick.
They're going to go on Nick.
Yeah, they're going to go on Nick. The toss back here. Tomato's got lots of damage. Good save here coming up from Drive-By. A bit more time, but they've got the Sun Ray from Dubu to collect.
It's like working twice whenever Faceless Void. And also, if you bash on Faceless Void, if you bash a Pudge, or Pudge is actually pretty good against Void. Tomato was doing no damage to him in that fight, and I'm wondering why, but I think...
Gordon.
And they see him, so he's dead.
Yeah, it doesn't have that
Just
yet. Bye-bye, Speed.
Units, and they're both maelstroming, right? So you're getting 4 times the block than you would from a hero like, I don't know, Anti-Mage, right? Actually, that might work twice as well on his... Oh, there's a hook.
There is indeed a hook, and I think Tomato's absolutely fine with this because it's going to be able to run the reincarnation on DNM first. Does have to be careful, though. Nice toss away here from Moon Meander. Will ensure that this Razor can't steal so much damage and no speed. Percentage base damage comes out. Yeah, that's going to be a kill for Brile. They drop the Wukongs. They're going to go with the AGGRESIVE over onto the back line, trying to just take out Giant. And, you know, the Abaddon, he's doing his best, but it's proving to be very difficult. As now Tomato is just going to backtrack, come right back in again. Lil Nick already popping the BKB.
Waves on Undying.
That is big, as now in the top lane, Lil Nick. Nice spashes coming out from Tomato. They're going to TP up more people to try to help out.
Myself right.
He's a speedy boy.
He is, until Tomato gets a bunch of batches, right? Alright, though, Speed getting into position. He's going to turn around. He sees himself. Tomato Saberlight's here. He doesn't have any way to cancel out this next member, but again, Tomato backtracking. Saberlight. He's got to run a little bit here. He's got multiple people on him, but he gets a bash over on DNM. There's a jump in from Moon Meander, and they just keep dodging around. This is looking great for the side of TSM, as they'll take down 2. And now they're going to try to fight Speed. Speed does find the kill on Moon Meander. Just keep seeing Tomato. Oh, he gets the bad luck, Nick. No, bad luck for Nick as Albino Zebra tries to save him. He can't do it. Both of them. It's a team wipe. A 5 Rat 4 stack. Yeah, very, very impressive testing the limits.
Yeah, Brile went down right at the start of that fight too, so that could have very well been a disaster for TSM.
Speed. In comes Moon. Is gonna toss him a little forward here, but it doesn't seem to matter because they still have the kill. DNM joining back in. It's good balance. The Duber tries to Sun Ray. He's already got the egg up. They will take out Brile now. In comes DNM yet again. The blues Albino Zebra. Good popping here, and everyone on the side of 5 Rat 4 staff just cannot deal with the sheer amount of team fight coming out from the side of TSM.
There's a bit of an arc warden bait happening here. You know, it feels like when you see the real guy, you have to go on him.
Moon wants this, but Lil Nick will pop the BKB here. Tomato gets a couple nice bashes. Moon Meander, he won't survive, but he's brought Lil Nick to chase him all the way out here, and he's just dead. Again, another team wipe on 5 Rat 4 staff.
Yeah, that should be...
Fates are real.
Yeah, these are some, I mean, I'm sure TSM is playing it quite a bit more aggressively than they normally would if they weren't, you know, having fun here.
I don't think that's going to be enough Speed. It was a nice hook, but he's got the BKB down. Alright, so they should be able to get the kill on Moon Meander. They've already lost Albino Zebra, but okay, you've killed the overly aggressive support.
I'm just kidding, they're never picking this shit. This is just for fun.
Alright, Marcy, the rebound. Tomato jumping in, and that's a 3-man Chronosphere. Giant trying to do everything he can. Doesn't have to land the balance, but they'll turn their attention over to the Monkey King, and they'll be able to go land. And that's a nice stun that comes off from that Phoenix egg. But being able to pop up behind a Zebra, he cannot stand toe-to-toe, and they'll chase after Speed. That BKB does nothing for you, my friend. Not with the amount of damage that is coming out of the side of TSM.
Between us.
Yeah, Nick, the bashes are real, my friend. They are just chasing out. Look at Moon Meander. He's like, I can get him. I toss him back, tosses him right back into the rest of the team. That's a dead DNM.
Yeah, it's 60 seconds too.
Motto. Hey, Nick. See you, Nick.
You know, something weird about going Pudge BKB first that feels like inherently bad is that used to go BKB first because it made it so your rot does no damage to you. So it felt really good because of that. And with the flesh heap, like your rot already does no damage to you. So getting BKB doesn't have that inherent benefit anymore where you're like mitigating that damage. It feels like there's another item build that would work for him on mid, but I don't know what it is because you need the BKB, but then simultaneously it's just not as good as it used to be. As an item, especially too because of the cooldown.
I was curious about that too, but do you see a nice stun coming out from Giant? Steve doesn't answer the mercy, but immediately the follow-up here from Tabata says, don't you touch my Moon Meander! As they'll kill Speed, they'll kill Albino Zebra. They're doing a little bit of fountain diving now. They're thinking about it. They're like, come on, come get us. They got the bubble down. They throw back, they just grab Speed, throw down the Gleipnir. They're just all buying back over on the side here. 5-Rat 4-Step. They do not appreciate this, but how do you make them leave your fountain is the question, because they're just trading back and forth. Finally, though, they do get the kill on Dubu. DNM, the throwback. This Marcy hero is just so good.
Rylan has 400 damage. He's jacked too. What is with all these guys in being muscle men?
They go to the gym. They value.
Everybody in the Dota scene is Achilles without the heel.
Oh, Nick. All right, this is his last hurrah. He wants Bryle, and it's trying really bad, but does manage to finally get him. They've got the partial bubble down here. This is just playing with your food at this point.
Yeah, look at those muscles. Hell yeah. Speaking of muscle boys. Very nice.
They're flexing their
Gameplay from
muscles this
TSM, yeah,
game here, for sure.